Hi everybody, Amy here with yet another update about my embryo donation journey. I am announcing that we are again, for I guess the third time, looking for recipients to adopt our one final remaining embryo that we have. And if you've been watching my channel and keeping track of this journey, you may be wondering, well, what do you mean? I thought you had them both, adopted out. Well, as it turns out, one of our recipients tried their own IVF, and I mentioned that in previous videos. They did end up eventually getting pregnant, using a surrogate, but they decided that since they have to use a surrogate, it's very expensive and there's probably no way that they're going to be able to, or even really, at that point after they have two kids, maybe even want to have a third child. So they made the very tough decision to let me know that, they were essentially giving it back to me unless I wanted, them, kind of the burden to be on them to find a new family, which I said, no, that's totally fine. So now we have to find a new home for it. The reason this is important is because this other family is going to be helping facilitate the transfer and things like that. So there will be some involvement with them to some extent. But the purpose of this video mainly is just to describe what kind of recipients we are looking for, and hopefully we'll be able to get a match. So we have the same requirements that we had last time. Essentially what we're going for is for a family that very similarly mirrors us as far as just, the kind of the basics. Male-female couple, living in California is very, very important because I do want to foster a relationship between the kids and the families. I have that right now with my other family. We do have one biological son who is, how old is he now? About a year. He just turned a year and a half. They live more towards Northern California, and we're in Orange County. And we do see them, we've seen them gone up there 2 times now. So we've seen the baby twice and it's been wonderful. So I do want to continue that type of a thing with another family. So the closer they live to me, the better. I would consider someplace like Arizona or Vegas where it's still, a short drive. But anything outside of that to me is going to be just a little bit too far because I really do want to try to get the families together at least once a year. So that would be another requirement, is somebody that is okay with an open adoption. Now, that being said, I am very busy and I'm very wrapped up in my own life. I probably only reach out to my other recipients, I don't know, once every 3 months or so. Sometimes she'll reach out first, but it's not like a very super involved kind of a situation, just because I am just have way too much going on to even really think about what's going on, somewhere else other than right in front of my face. But definitely somebody who is open to the communication. And if, hey, they want to communicate a little bit more frequently than that, all the better, fine with me. I do prefer a family that doesn't have any children yet, but if you do have maybe one child, that's okay. I will be okay with that. Preferably a family who's not super old. My husband and I are a little bit on the older side, especially my husband, not as much me for this, type of thing anyway. But I definitely see the value in being a younger family, having younger parents. I would say probably the cutoff would be around 50 or so. Just our preference, it's how it is. Some things I really don't care too much about would be politics and religious beliefs. I know those are hot button topics to a lot of donors. Oh, and vaccines. That's another one you can throw in there. I really don't care. What is more important to me is that I just get a good feeling and a good vibe, because I have plenty of friends that have opposing views and all of those sorts of things. So I'm certainly not gonna, worry about if a child that's not even mine is gonna be, vaccinated or not. That's really up to you. So if this sounds like you, don't hesitate to reach out. You can send me a message through YouTube or find my social media in the description and reach out to me. We are also on NFRA. It's really funny because we did that 3 years ago, and we got a lot more messages than we're getting now. I don't know what was going on. Maybe people were not kind of took a break during the pandemic and kind of all got back into it at one time, but the messages have been pretty slow. So I don't know if people are not interested in doing too much embryo adoption at this point. I don't know, but don't be shy. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for now, guys. I really hope that we can find this little embryo a home. And by the way, I didn't even mention that it's a girl. So if you're looking for a girl, we got a good one right here. I got 2 blonde kids, but if you might be in the market for a blonde-haired embryo, there's a good chance you're looking in the right place. So anyway, so that's it. Please send me all your messages, or anybody that might be looking for an embryo to adopt. Please feel free to forward my video to them, and hopefully we can find a match sooner rather than later. All right, thanks guys. Bye-bye.